we've talked about automated sequence and picking triggers to get people onto a sequence. So, you know, if they buy a certain product, the trigger happens and they're in that sequence. One of the examples we did was that somebody signs up for a course. You know, they buy the course online, the trigger picks up on that purchase, adds them to the automated sequence. What if, for some reason, you need to add somebody manually? Let's say you went to an event and you were promoting yourself at the event, you would get people to sign up for your course, and people come and saw you after the event. They either paid you in cash, they did a bank transfer, or maybe you've offered some sort of free spaces on your course as like a trial period or competition or something like that. For some reason, you might want somebody in your automated sequence who doesn't match the criteria of the trigger. So how do we get them into that sequence? Right, so this is a sequence we created a while ago. And if we click on the bottom arrow and go to edit, and we can see the sequence. You know, it started with people who joined the group off A, so they've signed up for something online. So if it's somebody who you've met in person at an event and you've not been to your website and signed up, then they're not in this sequence, okay? But maybe you want them in the sequence. So quite simply, what we've got here is we've got add and remove contacts. So we can actually remove somebody from the sequence too. You know, if it's a course and somebody's asked for a refund after week 1 of a 6-week course, they've asked for a refund, you've done that refund, you want to remove them from the course. You can actually remove contacts as well by clicking on there. And we can pick the contacts in the same way as we can pick to add contacts. It's just one you click on remove, one you click on add. So we'll get the same thing come up, and we've got remove contacts there. I'm going to cancel that. But if we want to add someone, we can add subscribers to the workflow. Now we can choose our entire list. If you decide to just put your entire list into the workflow, you can do that. If you've got a saved segment anyway, we can add them to that and pick the segment that we've saved. Or we can do subscribers match the following conditions. Now, if you've signed somebody up at an event and they've paid you in cash, you'd have to manually import them into your list, okay? So you manually import them. Now that's not going to set off the trigger because you've not put them into a group. Now it could be easy enough to put them into a group by just adding them to the group. But you can do it this way, where you search and you look for the contacts match any of the following conditions. And again, this is the box that we've been over many a times now. But what we can do is go straight down and go to so email client. No. Sorry, email address, that's what I'm looking for. So you can give us email address is, and then type their email address in there, or you can choose that from contains. So, you know, you could actually sign up, say 10 people from a company, all come to you manually, or say a company hires you to deliver an online course to 10 of its employees. They send you a list of email addresses. You import that list of email addresses into your Mailchimp list, doing the import process. And then if they've all got, if they all work for the same company and they all work for, let's say, I don't know, they all work for Joe Bloggs Furniture Builders, for example, and their domain is joeblogsfurniturebuilders.com, then their email address is likely to be, you know, their name at joeblogsfurnituremakers.com. So what we could do is, rather than adding them one by one, we can put contains, and whatever the common part of everybody's email is, we can put that in there as well. So that means that anybody with that in their email address is now going to be added to your workflow, okay? So there's other options as well. Starts with, ends with, greater than, less than, you know, things like that. So yeah, so we can add people either singly by putting the whole email address in there and putting is in, like mark.lee@JoeBlogsFurniture. That would only add me, but if 9 of my colleagues are in here as well, then we can just put contains joeblogsfurniture.com, okay? And then we can click on add. Oh, no, sorry. That's add extra criteria as well. So it could be that we only want certain people in there. It all depends on the criteria you want to add. So we've been over this a couple of times. So you can make sure you meet the criteria. And we can click on refresh count as well. And it'll tell us how many subscribers are going to be added to that list. And then when we do look at that one as well, it'll give a list of those subscribers. Okay, there's none there. If I go to entire list, refresh count, we've got 5 subscribers will be added to the workflow. And when we click on that, it will show us what 5 subscribers will be added. Okay, so just going quickly back to that example, subscribers match the following conditions: email address. I only want people who have outlook.com in their email address. Okay, I'm going to refresh the count, and it's down to 3 subscribers. Click on that, 3 subscribers, and it will show me the 3 accounts with outlook.com in the email address. Okay, and then we could simply click on add subscribers to the workflow, and that's it. So that will go out immediately to those 3 email addresses. So I'll find those in my emails in a bit. And yeah, and an hour afterwards, I'll get this email. Actually, only on the Monday between 9 and 5. And then a week after that one, I'll get another email from me as well. Okay, so that is how you add somebody manually to your list if need be.